Three big stories up front. Hugging Face weighs $13 billion sale. Alibaba drops WAN 3.0 video model. IBM merges Z architecture with ARM. We have all 30 stories today, so let's get into the details. Hugging Face is reportedly exploring a sale at a valuation north of $13 billion, nearly tripling its $4.5 billion price tag from 2023. As model wars heat up, owning the default home for open-source weights and developer distribution is pure gold. Tech giants are lining up with investment banks to bid, but the open-source community is already sweating over what happens to the platform's neutrality once a single hyperscaler owns the keys. The Switzerland of AI is ready to cash out. While platforms sell out, Alibaba dropped its new video foundation model, WAN 3.0, rolling out on Alibaba Cloud Balian and Quinn. It generates native 30-second continuous clips in a single pass, ditching the infamous AI plastic look with proper physical lighting and believable skin textures. Even wilder, it takes multimodal prompts directly from PDFs, slide decks, spreadsheets, and web pages into full video workflows for e-commerce and ads. PowerPoint presentations are finally getting the cinematic CGI adaptations nobody asked for. Speaking of heavy workloads, IBM showed up at Hot Chips with a monster mainframe processor. Each core can dynamically switch between IBM native Z instructions and ARM64 in nanoseconds. That lets banks run modern ARM-based Linux AI stacks right next to legacy core transaction systems with zero overhead. They also previewed their new Spire AI coprocessor, packing high-bandwidth memory to handle enterprise LLM inference and agent workflows locally. Mainframes refuse to die, now they just speak ARM. On the software side, OpenAI acquired the team behind YC startup Instant, dubbed the Firebase for AI. The goal? Patch critical agent weaknesses in multi-threading, offline catching, and persistent state management. Meanwhile, Codex paid subscribers notice their usage quotas evaporating. OpenAI confirmed that background image compression, computer history, and auto-naming bugs were burning tokens at insane rates, forcing them to issue a full quota reset to all paying users. Your quota did not vanish into reasoning, it burned on UI bugs. And while agents burned tokens, Claude did pure math. Harvard mathematician Levent Alpoj teamed up with Claude to solve a legendary problem open since 1948. In a 108-page proof, they explicitly constructed a compact, complex manifold structure on the six-dimensional sphere, verifying the entire topological and differential geometry framework. It proves frontier models can construct intricate mathematical objects from scratch instead of just summarizing textbooks. Turns out models can do real topology when they aren't writing marketing emails. Next up, some notable shifts across the industry. Back in Anthropic's API, developers spotted codenames Claude Marshmallow EAP and Claude Melon EAP. Meanwhile, Ramp Data reveals flagship Fable 5 captures just 11.4% of enterprise spending due to high costs, with the more cost-effective Opus 5 quickly overtaking it in volume. Even enterprises have budget limits. Xiaomi just unveiled 3 custom chips, the 3nm Yuanjie 03 flagship phone SoC, the Yuanjie 0100 Edge accelerator boasting 1.22 terabytes per second bandwidth, and the 3nm Yuanjie D100 autonomous driving processor, alongside a prototype running 10 billion parameter models completely offline. To clean up messy video diffusion cameras, Tencent Arc Lab open-sourced Scope with HKU and HKUST. It injects Plucker ray coordinates directly into the attention mechanism, delivering free viewpoint navigation and rock-solid camera trajectory control from a single image with negligible compute overhead. Alibaba Damo Academy made nature medicine with Damo Leon, an AI liver cancer diagnostic model. By fusing multi-phase CT scans, it catches tiny 1-centimeter lesions, cutting reading times by 27% and saving 15 missed diagnoses across 10,000 trial patients. Cerebrus just unveiled the CS4 rack system packing 3 5nm WASA 3 giant wafers. It delivers a blistering 4,400 tokens per second for single users, claiming up to 30x the inference throughput of standard GPUs, if you can power it. Switching to clinical accuracy, Ant Group and Xiamen University introduced MedGuard in NPJ Digital Medicine. It breaks messy doctor-patient chats into verifiable atomic claims, boosting fine-grained medical risk detection by 22.1% over standard LLMs with closed-loop guideline checking. HiDream just dropped HiDream O1 World, an interactive world model built on its custom UIT architecture. It tops the WBENCH Navi leaderboard with real-time controls, physical reasoning, and long-horizon consistency for interactive gaming and embodied AI training. Now let's turn to new tools worth trying. On the tooling front, Claude Obsidian integrates Claude code directly into your Obsidian Vault using Andrej Karpathy's LLM Wiki blueprint. Armed with 15 agent skills, it automates cross-referencing and fact-checking locally without leaking a single byte online. Flare is an open-source Electron ID tailored for coding agents. It live renders your code-based dependency graph, highlighting the exact blast radius when Claude or Codex edits files, while offering instant undo decoupled from Git. MongoDB released official agent skills for Cursor and Claude Code via memcp. It injects production guidelines for schema design, indexing, and connection pools directly into your coding agents, stopping LLMs from writing horrific database queries. Anthropic upgraded its Claude Tag app in Slack, giving the bot full channel context rather than isolated pings. Claude can now autonomously decide to reply, open a debugging thread, or stay quiet, boosting proactive troubleshooting accuracy by 30%. Moving on to what's new on the research side. Tsinghua and Wharton researchers used GPT 5.6 to mathematically settle a 40-year gradient descent conjecture, fully verified in Lean 4. 15 research labs just proposed graph engineering, modeling multi-agent workflows into dynamic evolving graphs for auditable system intelligence. Tsinghua researchers built an end-to-end vision system in science robotics, letting bipedal robots track and kick soccer balls at 50 Hz. A DAI study found coding agents spend 60% of reads on repo rules and scratchpads, while API docs barely hit 1%. MEL researcher Cameron Wolfe published a complete guide to LLM reinforcement learning, breaking down modern critic-free architectures like gRPO. Next up, the business moves. Moving into enterprise trenches, Anthropic's joint venture Ode just acquired San Francisco integrator Casper Studios. The acquisition aims to wire Claude code and custom agents directly into legacy corporate IT workflows because large enterprises never adopt anything without consultants. Unitree saw its market cap plunge over 40% within its first week on China's STAR market, dropping from 440 billion RMB to 240 billion. Reality hit as investors realized over 70% of its revenue still comes from university labs rather than real industrial buyers. On-device startup Gigi Siwan raised hundreds of millions of RMB at a 2 billion valuation led by Zenji Capital. Their streaming memory tech claims to run heavy 120GB video models on a standard 16GB consumer GPU for local creators. Now let's turn to what the community's been talking about. OpenAI reported a Florida user to the FBI after their ChatGPT prompts revealed a murder plot, sparking intense debates over warrantless AI monitoring. Open-source models now command 62% of Vercel AI gateway traffic, up from 28% as cost-sensitive multi-agent setups ditch closed APIs. Developers fine-tuned a 450 meters vision model to rival 4B benchmarks in web extraction, pairing it with 2.7-bit CPU quantization for edge agents. And finally, a few more stories worth mentioning. The 2026 Explorer Prize recognized top Chinese AI researchers, including Tsinghua's Gao Huang and Peking University's Yuanjie Liu for foundational systems and architectures. An Algorithm Watch investigation revealed top AI chatbots direct users to ideologically biased counseling groups over 25% of the time without clear disclosures. Pew Research reports that over one-third of new English web pages since late 2022 contain AI-generated text, forcing search engines to deploy stricter anti-synthetic filters. That's all 30 stories for today. We publish a new briefing every day, so hit follow and you won't miss one. This has been Rebabel. See you tomorrow.